What if I told you the tide pool garden that empties with the moon holds flowers that only bloom for 6 hours a day? Tonight, let this be the shore where you set the whole day down. Every worry, every unfinished thing, lay it on the sand and let the water take it. The tide pool garden waits for us in the last blue light, and you don't have to reach it. You only have to drift toward it. Breathe out, slow, and let the sound of far water do the work for you. There's a stretch of rock on a quiet coast, worn smooth by 1,000 tides, and in its hollows the sea leaves small gardens behind. Anemones the color of plums, sea stars resting like open hands on the stone. When the water is high, they sway and feed and softly glow. When the moon pulls the sea away, they close. Tonight we'll watch them close, slowly, the way you are closing now. Nothing here needs fixing. Nothing here is in any hurry. Let your shoulders soften down into the mattress. Let the pillow take the full weight of your head. The garden isn't going anywhere, and neither are you. Feel the bed hold you. There's nothing you need to do now but listen. Out on that far coast, the day is letting go too. The sun sinks into the waterline, and the rock goes the color of cooling iron. Small waves fold over the edge of the pools, quiet as someone smoothing a blanket. Inside each pool, a whole world keeps its own slow time. A green anemone leans toward a passing current. A red sea star rests against the stone, one arm curled over a barnacle. The water is warm on top, cool below. Weed drifts like loose hair, and above it all, low on the horizon, the moon is beginning to rise, thin and pale, the way a lamp looks before the wick catches. The moon is what this garden truly answers to, not the clock, not the day, the moon. The pale light climbs a little higher, and the pools hold the sky in their still surfaces. 2 moons now, one above and one below. Let that thought settle, soft, and let your breathing slow to meet it. There's a small stone hut set back from the rocks, its one window facing the sea. Inside, an old woman keeps a lamp trimmed low. She has watched these pools for more years than she bothers to count. Her name doesn't matter tonight. What matters is her patience. Each evening, she lights the lamp, sets the kettle near the coals, and takes down a worn cloth journal from the shelf. She writes only a line or two: the height of the water, the color of the moon, which anemones opened, which she stayed closed. She has learned that the pools keep a calendar of their own, older than any she was ever taught. On some nights, the sea barely leaves. On others, it pulls back for hours, and the garden must wait, dry and still, until it returns. She never frets on those nights. She has seen the water always come back. Amber light pools on the page as she writes, and the pen moves slow and sure. When the writing's done, she steps outside with the lamp. The air smells of salt and cold stone. Her boots know every step down to the water without looking. She kneels at the largest pool, the one she quietly calls the garden, though she'd never say it aloud, and holds the light over the surface. The anemones glow faintly back, plum and amber and deep sea green. She doesn't touch them. She only watches. This is her evening the way some people have tea or a slow walk before bed. A small returning to something steady. Tonight the moon is full, round and white above the headland, laying a long silver road across the water. And she knows what a full moon means for the garden. Tomorrow the tide will run hard and low. The water will leave for a long, long while, and the small animals in the pools will do the wisest thing they know how to do. They will rest. She lets that thought warm her the way the lamp warms her hands. Come closer with me now, down to where the anemone waits. In the full water, it opens like a flower, a ring of soft tentacles combing the current for anything drifting past. It feeds when the sea is high. It works when the working is easy. But the sea is not always high. When the great tide of the full moon pulls back, the pool grows shallow, then shallower still. The oxygen in the water thins. The sun warms what little is left. For a lesser creature, this would be danger. For the anemone, it is only a signal. Slowly, gently, it draws its tentacles inward. It folds down into a small, closed dome, sealing the last of the moisture inside. Its quiet chemistry, the hidden work that keeps it alive, begins to slow, not stopping, only slowing. Like a room where someone turns the lamps down, one by one, until only the smallest glow remains. There is no fear in it. There is only the folding and the waiting and the deep calm underneath. Here is the thing almost no one stops to see. When the pool empties, these small animals don't merely endure the weight. They sleep. Not our sleep, but something close enough to share the name. Researchers who have watched them found that anemones and sea stars can lower their activity by nearly half, around 40%, sinking into a dormant, resting state until the water comes home. And it's tuned not just to the daily tide, but to the moon herself. Full moon and new moon bring the biggest tides, the longest emptyings, and so the deepest rest. Twice a month, on the brightest and the darkest nights, the whole garden lies down together, 1,000 small lives turning low. The sea star pressed flat to the stone, the anemone folded like a fist around a single drop of ocean, waiting without worry for the tide that always returns. Just as you are drifting now toward your own quiet water, look at the sea star where it rests, 5 arms spread against the rock, its tube feet stilled, its whole slow body giving up the work of feeding. It could not hurry if it wanted to. There is no oxygen to spare for hurry, so it does the one thing that keeps it whole. It lets go. It stops reaching. It stops taking. It holds only what it already has. A little water, a little warmth, and it waits. The colors dim as the light lowers, orange going to rust, rust going to soft shadow. And there's a strange grace in it. No struggle, no panic against the empty hours. Only a patient certainty written into the animal long before it was born that the sea is not gone. The sea is only away for a while. Feel how your own body sinks a little deeper with each breath, learning, without trying, the same old lesson from the same old tide. The reaching can stop. The holding can stop. Rest is enough. The old woman knows this rest better than the books do. Years ago, when her own days ran hard and low, she used to fight the empty hours, pacing the hut, turning the same worries over like cold stones in her hands. Then one dry tide night, she sat by the largest pool and watched the anemones fold and go quiet, and something in her loosened. If the garden could trust the sea to return, she thought, perhaps she could trust the morning. So she stopped bracing against the nights she couldn't change. She started letting them pass through her, the way water passes through the rocks and leaves them whole. Now she sleeps the way the pools do, fully, without argument. She lights the lamp, she writes her single line. She lies down, and she lets the dark do its slow, kind work. Outside, the full moon pours its cold silver over the water, and the tide begins, quietly, to leave the garden to its rest. From high above, the whole coast is a dark ribbon between the sleeping land and the moonlit sea. The tide is going out now. You can see it in the widening band of wet stone, silver under the moon, the pools shrinking to small bright coins scattered along the rock. One by one, their surfaces go still. One by one, the little gardens close. The wind drops. The gulls have long since folded onto the cliffs. Even the waves seem to soften their voices, as if the whole shore has agreed, without a single word, that it is time. And in every emptied pool, the same slow ceremony repeats. Tentacles drawing in, arms settling low. Breath, if you can call it breath, growing long and shallow and calm. The moon watches over all of it, patient as the woman with her lamp. Nothing is lost down there, nothing is taken. Everything is only resting, and everything is only waiting for the water to rise again. Long ago, a Roman emperor lay awake with the same restlessness we know, and he wrote himself a note in the dark. Loss, he said, is nothing but change, and change is what nature loves. Marcus Aurelius understood the tide without ever kneeling at a pool. The water that leaves is not stolen. It is only somewhere else for a little while. The night that empties you is not taking your life. It is turning it, the way the moon turns the sea. The garden lives this quiet truth every full and every new moon. It does not grieve the water that goes. It only trusts the water that comes. There is nothing you must hold on to tonight, nothing you must keep watch over. The things beyond your reach will move as they move, tide or no tide, and you are free to set them down and rest and let the change carry you gently under, the way it carries the garden. Back in the hut, the woman has turned her lamp lower still. The kettle has gone cool. The coals in the small hearth glow soft orange, breathing their last warmth into the room. Her journal lies open on the table, the wet ink slowly drying, a single line for a single night. She has closed her eyes. Her breath has found the rhythm of the sea outside, in and slowly out, in and slowly out. On the shelf, the lamp flame shrinks to a thread of gold, then to a small round ember, then to nothing but a red memory of itself. The good dark fills the room, soft and complete. Somewhere beyond the window, the pools lie empty and calm under the moon, their small sleepers folded and safe, and the whole coast, land and sea and stone, breathes together in the long, low way that only the deepest hours ever know. Let your breath fall into that same slow tide. And this is the quiet secret the garden has kept all along. The tide takes nothing that it won't return. The water will come back before dawn, sliding up the rock, filling the pools, and the anemones will open again, like flowers that bloom for only a handful of hours. The sea stars will loosen their arms and begin, once more, to reach. What looked like an ending was only rest. What looked like empty was only waiting. You don't have to see the morning to trust it. You only have to let go of the hours in between. Let the images drift apart now. The moon on the water, the folded flowers, the small warm hut going dark, the long silver road across the sea. You can stop listening whenever you like. The story will keep itself. The tide will keep its promise. And you are already halfway to the far, soft shore of sleep, where nothing waits but rest. The lamp is out. The moon has crossed to the far side of the sky. Down on the rock, the garden sleeps, and soon the water will rise to wake it. The tide pool garden empties with the moon, and it always, always fills again. Rest now. The harbor holds. Good night.